Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and it's time to talk about the great resistance to the Great Reset, because now is the time to say no, 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 and organize. We're going to go over a lot of things right now that are not only being said about the Great Reset, but in action, what it is all about, okay? From food banks on Thanksgiving to drones dropping off supplies, this is a reality, and it's time to grow up, put on your big boy pants, and acknowledge it. And anyone who is not acknowledging it yet will be forced to in the near future. In some regard, some respect, they're going to start promoting it. They may rebrand it. They may rename it. There may be nuances to it. But unless they wake up to it, they will be your enemy by promoting it. And we can't allow that to happen. We need our brothers, sisters, neighbors, friends, and family of all colors, creeds, and sexes to come together on this one. Not Republican, Democrat, not left, right. Throw that out the window right now, because this is an ever-encroaching reality, and we've played you the clips of Klaus Schwab embracing Joe Biden as Joe Biden speaks of an already, in 2016, widening of the gap between the predator class on top, okay? The predator class on top, and even the middle class, which we didn't have a ton of. Okay? He talks about an automation nation. Okay? Klaus Schwab, the ghoul behind me, the man who just wrote a book. And the thing is, it's not like he wrote a book and didn't put his intentions on the cover. It says COVID-19, the Great Reset on it. He's out there saying everything will be post-COVID. That is how we will identify this era. All right? People need to pay attention. The World Economic Forum, the Bilderberg Group, the people behind the scenes have been building this structure for years and years and years. And despite the facts that a guy like me has been going against the system, exposing people like Bill Gates for well over a decade. Go check out my film from 7 years ago. He gets a special place in it. He's not a great guy. I'm not jumping on bandwagons. I still get in my social media feeds promotions for his new book. I'm going to show you that during this whole wrap up. Get your questions and comments in. You know how we do it. We go down the line, but the truth of the matter is this is going to be a long presentation, so buckle up. Okay, guys? And if you want to support me, let's start it off with 7.5 months completely demonetized. Okay? I'm doing it through this. This is how you guys can support me. $5, $10, $15, big donors. You do mean the world to me. And we're going to also use this as a super chat mechanism. So after the wrap up, we'll actually go down to the questions and comments here. And from the last couple days, read those off. And then if you want to skip the line, that's how we do it. That's how we kind of circumvent what's going down. Rockfin, another great way to support the program. Monday through Friday, we go live at 11 a.m., okay? Live at 11 a.m., totally exclusive, Eastern time, 5 days a week. And you make the free account, you tune in live. A lot of that material stays over on Rockfin, and we make it premium after 24 hours. So if you do have a premium account, that way you're basically supporting me, but you get a Netflix for creators. So everybody else on the platform, you get all their premium content too. Thank you, Rockfin. Thank you for empowering me through free speech instead of enslaving me through censorship via big tech. I do appreciate you. Okay? Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. Join the Bermas Brigade before they just disappear on my channel. Haven't broken any rules. By the way, guys, still haven't gotten a response on that thumbnail I challenged now well over a month ago. I can't even get a review on a thumbnail. You think they're going to review my channel if they take it down? Give me a break. I've been waiting, again, 6+ months for a review on the channel that we also did live on air. We're not harmful content for standing up for our human rights, for the Constitution and Bill of Rights, for being outside of a false paradigm. No matter how much you want to promote that idea, Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. Oh, he's a white nationalist. Oh, he's anti-Semitic. Right? Oh, he's sexist. I mean, all these labels you put on people to get rid of them are absolutely arbitrarily, selectively enforced, and you know it. And you know it. And I can't stand it. I mean, right now, not to get off topic a bit, but I'm seeing all these headlines of the people, actors, Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons are the people that got Rittenhouse out, right? And Rittenhouse, I mean, Joe Biden did ads where, he basically said he was a white supremacist or nationalist. That kid. Now, no matter where you lie on that, I don't like seeing people get shot. But most of all, I don't like seeing some 18, 19-year-old kid out in the streets with a semi-auto, right? Is that what, I'm not a big gun guy, so if I got that wrong, sorry. Okay? Yeah, I don't even know if it's a semi-auto, right? Everybody says an AR-15 isn't that big of a deal. But I don't even want to see that. Where are the police? Why are we worried as a society that something's going to happen to that neighborhood so that armed people under 20 years old that are not any type of law enforcement or National Guard, etc., to try to stop that vandalism and violence are out there in the first place? And that's where I'm going to leave that one, guys. Okay? Last night, I made my pro MMA commentary debut as the third man over at Caged Aggression. It's a 2-night event. And guys, again, this is the Great Resistance. They tried to shut this down. I was pretty heartbroken over it. Even before, first of all, before I knew I was going to be involved, I went to the last show. It was awesome. Again, at that one, we were allowed to have drinks. The mask didn't have to be on while we were sitting. They keep restricting the rules, right? And it's never going to end. That's the thing. These rolling lockdowns will never, ever, 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 ever end unless we start now. Period. Don't get it twisted. All right? Never. So they put the event on last night. Fireworks. Awesome. Great time. I had a great time. You can still get the pay-per-view for tonight, or if you're in the Quad Cities area, calm down. Calm down. A lot of it sucks. I'm not going to lie, but this is going to be the last sporting event, pro sports event, I would imagine, in Iowa or maybe that region for the rest of the year. Hands down. I mean, the way things are going, I hope I'm wrong on that one. I hope I'm wrong. Forget about just MMA event in the state of Iowa, right? Everything else will be selective and high school sports. And again, right now with these schools closing down, despite all this scientific evidence that they don't need to be, okay? The private schools are all open. No one's wearing masks or social distancing, and they're allowed to live their lives. Okay, because they have the money to do that. Now, I mean, not that I'm a rich guy, but I got to tell you, I'm looking into it for my kids now that they pulled them from school. And they're my nieces, I know, but, we didn't move out here to be slaves. And, New York, I feel is lost, has been lost for some time, or I wouldn't have left. But that doesn't mean you don't need to resist there. You need to resist there 5 times as hard. Because when the jackboot comes down, California and New York are going to be the spots. I mean, Gavin Newsom goes to dinner with 12 people at an elegant restaurant like everything is normal, because it is, if you let it be. If you reject a new normal, if you reject a great reset, he knows that. But he's a smug, pompous, minion of the predator class who looks like a Gavin Rosdale clone telling you what to do. Because he's the authority. They have money. They have power. They're better than you. They smell better. They look better. They wear better clothes. They're disgusted when they have to interact with commoners and placate to them to get into office. That's who these people are. So before I go down the line on all the news, this is what we're going to watch. Let me just stop it right there, because before they put their propaganda on the screen. Are you telling me that locusts didn't exist before this? Are you also telling me that hazmat suits didn't exist before this, or that in places like China that stuff hasn't been going on before? Did wildfires exist before this? police? Did that exist before this? How about short-range fireworks type explosives? Did that exist before COVID-19? You bet it did. What are you thinking? Of course it did. None of this is new. Now notice, boop, boop, that is new. That is new. That we have not resisted to the point that we're allowing our temperatures, our thermals to be taken on the streets, that the surveillance society has not crept in, ran in full force, tackled you, and is literally pissing on your face right now. That's where we're at globally. Social credit score in China, more and more CCTV cameras and other surveillance tools being used right now in the United States, plus drones. That is a little bit new, but who controls that? We're going to reset that on behalf of the people that control it, right? Give me a break. And again, it's a Zoom meeting. It's not cute. It's not fun. It's not funny. It's not the new normal. I will be with my friends and family again. I will. It is a foregone conclusion in my mind, no matter what Klaus Schwab thinks and his buddies. And the thing is, we're going to also later on show you the Time Magazine cover again. There's a whole section up on Time Magazine devoted to this. And all these globalist pigs, again, just promoting this nonsense. Now, you notice they sneak automation in there? You don't see a lot of people in here, do you? Where are all the people working here? But it's not about an automation nation. It's not about a UBI. It's not about a transhumanist movement, except they continually tell you and show you it is. You're fragile. Oh, you're fragile. Oh, I can't touch my mom. I can't touch my mom. We're fragile. Our goopy arms and hands. Oh, it's ew. Now, let's just stop that right there. Let's just stop that. You notice while they put the monetary systems in, they also put your DNA and your genomes in there? Did you see it? Do you understand it? Do we have to play the video again of Klaus Schwab telling you at the end of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, your physical, biological, and digital identity will be merged into one? Are you not watching the propaganda that I am? I mean, I'm not that smart. A lot of people who have worked in advertising, they get this. They understand what's being said here. We can just press a button and everything's going to be okay. And they actually show you in reverse what they're about to do to you. Everyone has a role to play. Yeah, I have a role to play to fight this as hard as I can, to organize with people. Listen, December 10th, let's start doing it. I'm dead serious. Guys, December 10th, all of us need to storm our local governments, our Congress, our Senate. Okay? This is it, man. And again, this weekend at Sunday, I'm contacting everybody I can. I'm contacting everybody I can because I'm done. I'm done. And I'm willing to stay there Occupy style for days, weeks, and months if I have to. Period. And I hope you're out there with me. Oh, it's a nurse crying. It's a nurse Oh, how lovely. Oh, because crying nurses, again, didn't exist before this. Or old people surviving bad things didn't exist before this. Your baby in a bubble. That's not conditioning. That's your new normal? Now, don't get me wrong. Babies are still, they're covered. You go to the nursery, it's something similar. But they're preparing you for bubble babies that they have control over. Okay? This is medical, martial law, brave new world bullshit right in your face. NASA rockets. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. Today, go to my Twitter. Today, NASA rockets. We're going to the moon, Jason. We're going to the moon. Oh, we're not. Oh, and they're blaming it on COVID-19 too. You notice how this Great Reset commercial from June, okay, is not only associating space travel with this whole thing and how we got to go to the stars and we got to go to the moon. But now our 2024 trip to the moon that we were going to canceled because of COVID. They don't have the funds. It's a bad joke. They've been militarizing space for 30 plus years. Rocket technology only goes so far. We have other propulsion systems, and this is the bullshit they feed the public. This still exists. This still exists. This still exists. This still exists. All of that exists without your reset, motherfuckers. All of it. So don't. I'd say don't start none, won't be none, but the start is, you got your boot on my neck, man. I got Predator class piss in my eyeballs right now. Believe it. Believe it. Oh, food bank lines keep growing across the country as National Guard soldiers hand out turkeys and panic buyers clear shelves before Thanksgiving amid fears of more lockdowns, because they've announced more lockdowns. But this is what you want. This is where we're at. COVID-19 84. This is the kind of reset they want. You depended on the system. You in a fucking bread line, in a slave line. No longer able to feed your family. No longer able to celebrate the holidays. What will be left to celebrate? I mean, my God. Okay? And as this happens, what? Twitter is the new tech dark overlords. Twitter will hand at POTUS to Biden on Inauguration Day, even if Trump doesn't concede. What? And I read through it, and listen, we're not making this about that, but this is just like as Orwellian as it gets. Either Trump wins in court or he doesn't. So either he's the president on January 20th or he isn't. Twitter doesn't decide. They don't get to make that decision. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would think they could. You're a business at best. I know you're part of the technopoly. I know that you're fucking twisting the nipples of every Predator class member you can with your teeth, Jack Dorsey. I know you love it. I know you're stroking that Faustian satanic beard. I mean, I'm not saying he's a Satanist, but you know how those beards go. Those goat-like, those Billy Goat beards. You know what I'm saying, huh? You got me. Little Baphomet style. As above, so below, whatever. We're not making this about that. But again, this is insanity on, a hyper level to me. And by the way, thumbs this video up. Let's get 200 thumbs up, guys. We're railing through this one. Oh, John Kerry says a great reset is needed to stop the rise of populism. This one's over at Zero Hedge. Paul Joseph Watson. I'm going to be reaching out to Paul. Paul, I don't know if we've had our differences over the years. I'm not a conservative. I know we both still follow each other on Twitter. Listen, we need to come together, brother. That's a message to Paul Joseph Watson. I think you know that. Summit.news, we need to come together, brother. December 10th is the day. All right, that's it. So I'm going to reach out to him too because, my God, this has to happen. The Great Resistance must stop the Great Reset. And, just like certain types of protests aren't super spreader events, right? But they're going to try to stop my caged aggression events, right? They're going to try to stop the sporting events. They're going to tell you how you need to live, okay, for your Thanksgiving. those type of things. Santa Claus is immune to COVID-19, and children shouldn't worry about him spreading it. Now, I've already seen some really awful stuff where Santa Claus is behind a plastic shield. We're all living in a zoo, in a human zoo now. Everybody's a disease. It doesn't matter that we actually have authoritative treatments, and other people, word on the street, is that they're treating COVID patients with non-authoritative medicines, and they might be working. Now, I don't know if that's true. The WHO did not bestow that as true, but it might be happening. And the tech overlords, they might just say it's not happening and just say no. No. They'll give me the Leslie. No, Jason. No. I mean, it doesn't get any crazy. Look at this. Look at this. I want to cry. Okay? And I want to keep reminding people that even a guy like this, right? This guy, David Nabarro, who is part of the WHO, right? He's part of it. He can say things like the only thing that lockdowns are good for, right? And it gets spun, as a primary use, right? Listen, clearly if you listen to that and put it in actual context, it doesn't matter whether it's primary, secondary use at all. It shouldn't be, right? But when it is, he admits if you do these lockdowns, they're good for making poor people poorer. Well, if they're good for poor people getting poorer, guess what? Not so poor people becoming poor also happens. Okay? And can you imagine what a poor person means to this guy? What a poor person is? I mean, come on. On top of that, he says it will double global poverty, aka not just the poor becoming poorer, more people becoming poor and then poorer. He says that. Now, that's totally not in the fact checks for the Associated Press and all that good stuff. Okay? And then just go to that WHO website. And then they also don't talk about the malnourishment of children doubling globally, that he also mentions. We'll just ignore it. We'll ignore all of that. And there is no great reset, as a great financial reset is announced through the managing director of the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, an organization I'm not beholden to. I've never cut a deal with. I don't know if you guys out there have cut deals with the International Monetary Fund or put them in charge, but I didn't. And if you did, I'm sorry, but no. But there is no great reset, Jason. Okay? Australian states ban outdoor exercise and dog walking. South Australia did this. Are you ready to push back yet? It's not even a push. We need to get that. I'm telling you guys, look at this. And we've already seen some of the most draconian Orwellian activities in Australia, from people being arrested in their homes for posting to social media, to dare talk about protesting these lockdowns. I mean, my God. My God. So I want to show some people this. This is the kind of trash that ends up in my social media feed. I'm very excited to announce my new book on how we can come together to fight the world's most pressing challenge. Because COVID isn't about COVID. It's about a global reset. And he's already associated what we're doing with COVID as something we need to do for climate change. And again, this is somebody that is into bio and geoengineering openly talking about that. Okay. The only solution will be what? Rolling vaccines on populations throughout their lifetime. Okay. And of course, reducing your carbon emissions. Meanwhile, the guy's a geoengineer, wants to knock hurricanes out with his special weapons. Okay. Sure, that trash. And when Klaus Schwab puts out a book, and this is the cover, COVID-19, The Great Reset, do we pay attention? Or are we children? This is the cover of Time magazine. The only thing that's deceptive about this cover is that people are involved. Because at the end of the day, guys, they don't have any use for you, Mr. Construction Worker, putting the tree up and rebuilding the world in the yellow hat. They don't, I mean, you might supervise 5 or 10 robots. See, they even soften the blow when you watch something like Westworld, which is showing you a social credit score, which is showing you living through apps, which is showing you transhumanism right in your face. Total surveillance right in your face, right? The main character in the third season, a guy from Breaking Bad, he's only with one robot, and it's not such a bad thing. You know, we've been acclimated to it, okay? But it'll be a bunch of robots and maybe one human supervisor. Now, Time Magazine has a whole section here on the Great Reset by great people, you know, like Klaus Schwab here. And Klaus Schwab's also talked about how China's going to be in a leadership role in this. I mean, look at these people. Just all the great, oh, Tony Blair, love him. He's my fave. Yeah, and do any druidic rituals lately, Tony? And I know a lot of people are going to go, Jason, what are you talking about? Let's just do it. Druid rituals, Tony Blair. Let's see. Yeah, there. This is old school Prison Planet, but I wonder if this will even come up. Probably not. Oh, maybe it'll probably. Let's see if the linked article comes up. Nothing. No, that's gonna be gone. Let's see. The Druid's Order, the Druid Magic Book, Pagan Priest. Come on. Come on, man. I think it's a London Guardian article. Oh, is it? A Druid, is that it? Yeah, this is it right here. This is from 98, though. Davies the Druid, officially bared in Wales. And, yeah, Tony Blair. This is the guy. Hold on. Control. By the way, thumbs this up. Inner circle to another magic circle. He is transformed into a druid at the national and the annual celebration of Welsh culture and tradition. Yep. Oh wait, this is Ron Davies' indoctrination thing. Okay, so wait, that's not Blair. There it is. Boom, right here. Wow, it actually came in. I'm shocked. Let's see. This week's revelation in the London Independent, so it is an article. Bizarre practices, odd ceremonies, and rituals that right-handed person would find eerily occultist, certainly beyond the level of an elected Christian leader. Okay, let's see if we can get it. Right here, London Times. Come on, baby. Come on. No, it's not going to give it to us. That's no dice. Can I get a quote? Jeez. The light. Okay, so let's do that because we do it live. Hashtag the light. Yep, there it is. It is a Guardian article. I knew it. I knew that was in there too. Oh, that's science and technology. Guys, we might do a full episode on Tony Blair and his occult stuff. But, you know, whatever. The Great Reset. That's where we're at, okay? And we're almost done with it, too. Sampo Holdings happens to be a partner in that because everything's about corporate resets, royalty, oligarchs. It actually says in partnership with Sampo Holdings. So I wanted to do that. All right, get your questions and comments in. I know I've done this for quite some time. I already have one super chat here, or a couple of them. Keep up the good work, says Andrew Smith. Thank you so much. Patrick Meek, thanks for the comment about the David Fravor incident. A video clip about that subject in general would be very incident. You got it, Patrick. Klaus, chaos will ensue. It is ensuing. I am beyond fed up with the COVID con and the facts with the eugenics mentalities that are running this ramp up to totalitarianism and genocide. I agree. Are the same bastards who just recently decided they needed to hurry along with my husband's death, rendering him unconscious by removing all oxygens and fluids. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. His wishes and my objections and banning me from the hospital. That's crazy. These are now the people running the healthcare facilities. He did not have COVID. His liver was failing, and he would have slipped into a coma and passed naturally within a few days, but apparently the medical personnel had a schedule to keep. There is more at stake here than the election. Either these people have just been indoctrinated enough, or they've infiltrated every level of society. This travesty needs to be stopped, or you may your turn to be the next victim. I'm so sorry, Melissa. I'm so sorry. All right, let's see what we got for questions and comments, and we'll check that later because, again, guys, I've been ranting and raving for almost 40 minutes, so obviously the chat is high up. Can we get up 300 of these? What great resistance? I don't see any resistance that's useful or effective. Well, we got to make one. It will take a lot more convincing before there can be a great resistance by the commutation law might be enacted to replace common law. I don't know what that means. Another general came out saying the vaccines aren't an option and they want everyone vaccinated in a 24-hour time period. Bazooka Jim, that's fiction. 24 hours. First of all, they cannot vaccinate everybody within a 24-hour time period. When he talks about a 24-hour time period, you're misinterpreting. That's when they are going to be deployed when the FDA says that. I'm not happy about any of this. I'm not telling you to roll your arm up and go boop, boop, boop. Okay? If you have another military guy actually saying that it's going to be a mandatory, using the term mandatory vaccination, okay, not available to everybody or in every state, okay, that's a different thing. And any way you look at it, we should all be beyond alarmed right now. Beyond alarmed. And by the way, if you're just tuning in, CagedAggression.tv, that's where you're going to find me tonight. I'm going to be calling some fights. You want to fight with the Great Resistance? Do so on a small level by supporting somebody who took a big hit, still fought the system, still got this double night of MMA fights on, despite everything. You can go order it. You can actually support me through that. I think my name is an option. I think you can get the replay from last night on top of it. I'm not sure, both for 35 or 25 for the night. And again, I'm going to be there on the mic, and I was the third man on the mic last night. How do we all stop it? I'm all for the stop. I've always believed that it would take the strong arms of every government, all military and local police from all countries to join the people. There's not that many of these people. We can say no. It was never the 1%. It was never the 0.1%. Are soldiers going to sit back and let their family get jackbooted or their families exempt? I don't know. I mean, you got to understand the military is going to be some of the first to they will be mandated to take the vaccine. So regardless, that's going to be like, I'm fine. I took it. I'm fine. It's okay for my families. I think that's going to be the mentality, unfortunately. Hate to be all preachy, but in the Bible of Revelation 17:17, it says that the beast would have one thought, and that God would use this thought for a trap against them. The Great Reset is guaranteed if Trump does not win, period. Fact. What up, Norman? How we doing? Yes, yes, yes to saying no, no, no to the Great Reset. Agreed. LOL, the only organized resistance is against Trump, the only one who can stop it. I don't believe in fairy tales and superheroes. There's not one person that can stop this. Did that just jump? No, there we go. Hit the thumbs up, my Pharaoh Warriors. Yeah, let's get 300 thumbs up for sure. Unbelievable. Everyone's so sick. Oh, there's the jump. Let's see if we can go all the way back up. That's about as high as we get, so a lot of them just got out there. Bet mass do nothing. Hear that, slave? Has anyone seen the Biden a grab-ass parody? Yes. It's funny. World is effed. Nuke it. I'm out. No, not looking to nuke anything. Thanks. I still believe in humanity. I like being a human being. I smiled yesterday. Did anybody else smile yesterday? I had several times where I smiled. I had a really good time yesterday, despite all this. And you can too. And that's part of the resistance. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that JB is a big fan of Chris Farley. That's tough. Oh, because of the... I do like Chris. I like that era of SNL. That's a classic era. We're going to the moon. I'm pretty sure the governor of the moon said no gatherings of more than one. Funny, Dale. Did we ever go to the moon? I'm not getting into that right now. Mr. Leon SpaceX is loading the sky with 5G satellites. They use Stargate travel. Yes, they lie. I don't know about all that. Klaus Schwab already got his pervert hands on the first AI child android. Yuck. Yucky. Yucky joke. Restaurants closed in Colorado now. Insanity. Jason is on fire. I will join December 10th. Thank you, Josh. Same here. Sure, we're going to the moon, LMFAO. Space is all fake. Example, who is going to refuse to take the vaccine and to transfer all acid as a private property will be considered as dangerous to society in the going to be until he agree. Wake up. I don't know what that means. Nice, I feel like you, brother. Okay. You birds. California Fire Department had to send firefighting helicopters to Afghanistan. You know what? That's something I didn't show you. That's something I missed. Where is it? Bam. This is where we're at. This is forever. Drone drops. We don't want you to go outside. Surveillance drones in U.S. skies dropping supplies and food. That's next. This is the automation nation. This is the takeover. This is you as a disease, as you soft. You need to improve. You need to embrace it. You need to merge with AI. No. No with a big N. With a big N-O, no. How about that? How about a big fat no? Let's see. It's still an illusion, but these spiders spinning lies fast. Paper goods have been panic bought here in my area of Kansas. Yes, space as we know it is fake. Oh, but have you heard the bread? Loser, Jason. Loser, the Great Reset is coming for you. Thanks, Lil Pop. Way to be a defeatist attitude. I like the troll emoji, the little devil troll emoji. Good for you. I'm sure you live a very fulfilling life. I bought 2 acres of land on the moon in the 90s. NASA better not land on my property or I'll have to protect it. I hope that's one of those jokes. I remember when they were doing that. That's funny. At Facebook, eat shiza. Animal 1984 farm. What's up, Brian? How we doing, brother? Dear partisanites, have fun battling these Klausian fucks while fighting with half the nation. Divided we fall. Well, someone's got to fight it. It's never been a majority of people that have stood up for humanity and won. It's always been a minority of people that have stood up for humanity and won. Wonky. Way to have the defeatist attitude. I'm not rolling up my boop sleeve. No boop, boop, boop for Jason. No. 100% no. They came at us first. Self-defense. Lockdown. Designed to justify, to claim economic collapse, and you should own nothing. Justified mandatory enslavement. Correct. That is all that is going on at this point. December 10th, I'm storming somewhere. Just tell me where. Where do you live? Josh, I need you to be a leader in your community. We need to storm the gates of government. The new Occupy movement. Peaceful resistance. Let's see. I appreciate the more vicious, angry angle. Like, honestly, be honest and real. Let the chips fall where they may. Hi, Jason. Jason, there are millions of FBI contractors with directed energy weapons. Think about it. Oh, so what? So we should just give up, James Lyko? That's what we should do? Or we shouldn't organize and occupy these halls of government because the big bad do weapons are coming to get us? If we ever allow it to get to that point because they have weaponized space, okay, it's over. It's over anyway. Do you want to live in that world? I do not. I will not. Period. Cabal is trying hard. I'm coming for you at Little Pop. Pan Dorsey. That's funny. Ha ha ha, drum roll, good show. They're putting on what's the next twist. Lollipop, they are coming for you too. They are exhausted. Oh boy. See this right here? Bye. Bye. Hide user on this channel. Sorry, buddy. We don't deal with that nonsense here. We're feeding them, said Nancy Pelosi. Dance, dance. FR, go away. People, if we not take... man, I can't read anything you say. Done. Dance, twisting nipples. Wow, we're back to the Dorsey comments. I mean, guys, I'm probably wrapping this up in the next 10, 15 minutes. So if you really want your question or comment to be read in real time, I'd go check out the GoFundMe, and I will go there one last time in about 5-6 minutes. Careful, Jack might throw some voodoo on you. Or maybe he means freedom. I told Dorsey only owns 2% of Twitter now. Who owns the rest? Interesting. John Kerry, I don't know what that means. The firmament experiment is over. Get furious, people. Take it back. December 10th. Most jobs are hamster wheel professions, going, and doing nothing. F you, them, and their new definitions and vocabulary. What's wrong with populism? Oh, yeah, it's a threat to their power. They have to blow up this virus, shiza, as a shield for what they have done on purpose to our economy. Populism is needed to stop the Great Reset. Right on, Jason. All right, thank you. As a platoon commander in the infantry, I say move fast and now while you still have a functioning legal system. So my parents are immune to COVID. Interesting. Interesting, Brian. How so? Repercussions down the Newsom. Brian, because they're like elitists. They're going to dinners. Is that what you're talking about? Because we're talking about Newsom. Kirk Marlowe, frightful repercussions. We're coming for you too. You're on our FEMA camps list. Little Pop just in here for trolling. I mean, who are these people? Are there facts any? My folks are Santa. No. Nutsville on steroids. Yeah. Spot on. Well said. It's now or never. All patriots need to stop this before it's too late. It is now or never for all. Agreed. Now or never. 100%. They don't even suggest testing people for antibodies. Those people don't need a vaccine. Exactly. That's another scam on top of all this. They're not going to test you for antibodies before they hit you. And if you have antibodies, you think you're going to be exempt? You know how many people should have developed the antibodies anyway at this point? How many people asymptomatically got it? If they're telling the truth about these asymptomatic people? Let's see. I love her. By the consent of the government, and the compliance is consent. It ends when we decide we've had enough. Okay. Let's keep going. You live in a totally different world than I do. Life is fine in Waco, Texas. I guess so, Baker. What's even more sad is that there are parents actually taking their kids to that shit. Let's see. It's time for an uprising for sure. Jack Dorsey is twisting the nipples. That's gold. Well, thank you. 11 blessings, y'all. The Zio Corp regime rules supreme. From the U.S., EU, human relations needed to be definancialized ages ago to give ourselves a chance to stop the reset. Now, nothing short. Oh, sorry. I disagree there. That's not true. With his teeth. Leaving Colorado, Polis wants everyone to starve to death. Santa should be taken out with the trash anyway. Why encouraging young children to sit in a stranger's lap? Boris is sucking up to the woke emperor of Canada, Trudeau, the greatest political advocate of the Great Reset. He's just out in the open about it, huh? He just can't wait. Globalism for all under Trudeau. Everyone watching this poor person is a poor person to this guy. Yeah, no, it's true. When we were talking about Klaus, or not Klaus Schwab, but that other gentleman, yeah, those people, they all look at us like, whatever. Where are you going? And pretend that the stranger is going to bring you presents. Texas for a month or two, back to the dojo to get my head straight. Well, good luck, Sling Salsa. They want to kill people with poverty. Process doing the... I have no idea what Natan Avaram is saying. English must be your second language. Love you, buddy. I love you guys. All tech companies are paid CIA. That's what I think. Guys, I think I've just checked. There hasn't been no super chats. So I think we're going to wrap her up. We've been going for about 50 minutes. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. We just really dominated why the Great Resistance must defeat the Great Reset. $5, $10, $15, big donors. I need you now more than ever. This is how you support the show. I think there's about 9 more days. I'd love to hit that goal. We're a little bit behind now. See, now we got to gain some momentum, get up there, and try to hit that goal this month. I'd love to hit that goal. It's been months and months and months since we hit that goal. Rockfin. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's where I exclusively do it live and free on Rockfin. A lot of that stays over on Rockfin only. We get a little bit more fired up there. So if you haven't created your free account, make sure to do so. If you have a premium account, you get all my premium stuff after it goes behind the paywall and everybody else's premium stuff thereafter. Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture are available free right here, right now, in the playlist section. Go down, check them out. Please, Shade the Motion Picture and Invisible Empire. See what this great reset is all about, okay? Because that is the end game of these resets. And guys, once again, big fights tonight. You can get the pay-per-view over at cagedaggression.tv. I will be the third man on the mic. Be a great way to resist this great reset and say, we don't need a new normal. We need a normal. And events like this need to go on. So I'm excited to be there. I'll be doing that tonight. I absolutely love you guys. And I'll see you on the flip side.